couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Should be a wet one. Off we go from Denver. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They are led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020, national champion at LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
You know you have a good week when it takes all 5 fingers on one hand just to show how many touchdowns you threw in last week's win. Now, do we expect him to do that 2 weeks in a row? I'm not sure that's realistic, but as long as he continues to operate at this high of a level, they're going to have a strong chance to win every single week.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd down and 3. On the ground, it's the tight end. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. That's enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the
putting the tight end in motion. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Give up the middle to Taylor. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up. Burrow. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's R.J. Harvey. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's a gain of a yard.
Again, it's Harvey. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Jordan Battle up for a safety spot, makes the play.
Down by Jordan Battle. A gain of
2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's caught. Free Palmer. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Denver 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And It's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
He's tackled at the 46-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Second down throw for Stroud. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
C.J. Stroud sacked.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now, Burrow. Quick throw here is complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. Powerful running there. Stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. 1st down, up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They go right back to Taylor. Taylor loses the football. The Broncos have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And the great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And, Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Hogs, nothing.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The River Hogs offense, running back Jonathan Taylor set to take over once more. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league. And then now defenses have to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime, multiple defensive backs. we're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is my offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat you.
Burrows from out of the gun here on third down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
A run once more, that's Harvey. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1 as we are ready to get back underway. They'll try to run here with Harvey. That'll move the sticks. 1st down up to the 40. 1st and 10.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
He'll try the right side with Harvey. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Harvey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A loss of a yard on the play.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He finds the big tight end, Trimble. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's another Broncos 1st down.
Toss left side, that's Harvey. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
This is the job of any linebacker, Mike, having the ability to go downhill fast, hit an open gap, and make a play in the backfield. But I think we can actually consider this going above and beyond because he was able to make that stop so far behind the line of scrimmage.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot. Your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
He'll take it at the 12. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The River Hogs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for an Omaha.
First down throw for Burrow. He'll go right back to Taylor, who's got it again. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
16 yards. That's another Omaha first down.
On 1st and 10, Burrow gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Taylor. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. They'll toss this right side to Taylor. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. And that will be a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Omaha. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the River Hogs are on the board. It's 10-7. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He'll take this forward for about 5. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Oh, a loose football. And I think a Bronco player was able to get in there. He was. So Denver keeps possession of the football.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
The River Hogs offense, running back Jonathan Taylor set to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. On 1st down, Burrow. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down, Burrow. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. That's enough for a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. live for the next snap.
Open man, right side. He's got it. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Hill. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately here, one of his teammates quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Back to throw, Burrow. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up. The tight end motioning left here. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. It'll be a